Hi, I'm Dennis Stegwa, President of the Housing Innovation Alliance.
And I'm Betsy Scott, the Executive Director of Programs and Engagement.
And we're here today to tell you about the future of home delivery and our upcoming staycation event. But before we get started, we want to thank everyone on the front lines working to deliver essential services. Thanks to your grit and compassion, we'll be stronger on the other side of all this. So we thank you. The Housing Innovation Alliance is a nationwide community of game changers, driving the future of home delivery through crowd-accelerated innovation. We're committed to helping big builders build better by identifying, prioritizing, and shining a light on innovation in the marketplace. We hold up these ideas, then challenge our community to improve on them in an effort to continuously raise the tide for all of us. Our mission is to ensure that high quality, high value housing is sustainable for our industry and truly attainable to the consumer. We envision a thriving industry with innovative organizations, business models, and leaders. That new housing should always be delivered efficiently and to the highest standards of quality, performance, and value. And that housing is available and affordable for all segments of the population. Now, we focus on the middle market by creating programming around solutions for households making $70K to $125K per year. This segment has gone underserved for a decade. It's a code worth cracking and represents an opportunity for all those involved, especially the families that we serve.
So you might be thinking, how do we do that? We work toward this vision as a community by envisioning what the future home delivery company would actually look like. How will innovative business models, consumer engagement practices, and home delivery processes move individual companies and the industry forward over the next 18 to 36 months and beyond? Where is innovation happening? And how can our community use those insights to take the next step forward? Well, innovation is happening throughout our community and really throughout the industry in general. And together, all of us are smarter than any one of us. We look for inspiration from people and companies that are pushing the envelope, how they're succeeding, and what they've learned from fail forwards. Then we build on their ideas by connecting more smart people to share their perspectives. And we arrive ultimately from those two exercises at a number of insights that are informed by multiple perspectives in the housing value chain from dirt to dweller. Ultimately, our goal is to create crowd-accelerated innovation.
So we didn't coin that term, but we believe we have a unique formula and the right people at the table to get there. A key component to crowd-accelerated innovation is the commitment of those bold enough to start and follow a movement. Our partners and community members represent open-minded, forward-thinking, and collaborative industry leaders. We thank these partners that enable us to deliver thought-provoking content and actionable insights. Every year around this time, we take the opportunity to recalibrate our collective view of the industry. We look at trends, drivers, opportunities, and threats. We look out and around the corner to provide insight as to how we prepare ourselves to do what we do best and deliver on our purpose as an industry. The pandemic is likely to accelerate much of what we already saw happening in regards to labor, regulation, and attainability. This is the time to innovate and adopt new ways of thinking. More than ever, we must unite, strengthen our core, and drive forward. Looking at the current state of our world, and through nearly 100 conversations over the past few weeks, we shaped a vision to inspire our teams and the families we serve. We'll present this story by unfolding the model Betsy introduced earlier, and look at the future of home delivery through three angles: the business of building, consumer experience and relationships, and home delivery itself. So first, getting into the business of building. Our relationships with homes is changing. Think of the bond with your home as an asset and the convenience of your home as a service. Homeownership in general has been on the decline for 3 generations, and a decade of strong economic growth has come to a hard stop recently. Single-family rentals account for more than 12 million household units, which is about 35% of all rental housing and equals about $2 trillion in asset value. It's the primary offering for many of the fastest growing builders over the past 5 years, and it's a category that represents significant growth opportunity to the tune of 50,000 units per year. Look for this opportunity to keep growing and tweaks on the model to surface. As the relationship changes and attainability becomes further out of reach for many Americans, Real estate entrepreneurs will continue to develop solutions with alternative financial models. We've already seen traction in crowdsourcing mortgage financing, land lease models, rental housing linked to tenant investment portfolios, and ADUs for rental income. There's much more on the horizon. And home as a service can be looked at as a spectrum ranging from shelf-ready to futuristic solutions. We're expecting an expansion of subscription models to improve the experience for all stakeholders. And this will include home management solutions, home care guides, and direct-to-consumer products to optimize performance and reduce costs. There will be an increase in strategic partnerships to deliver peace of mind and lower costs of operation. Expect to see more developers investing in community-wide, high-value infrastructure solutions that wouldn't otherwise pencil out at the builder level, as well as enhancements to solutions offered for core systems and components such as HVAC and appliances. The major stakeholders in a property's value is often not the occupant. What I mean by that is it's the bank, the operator, the insurance company, or the municipality, all of who receive revenue from the asset but have a little information on how it's being maintained and how well it's performing. There is growing demand to aggregate and synthesize data on the performance of various systems, products, and user interactions. From self-powered homes to self-learning environments, the ability to gather, analyze, and apply data cost-effectively at scale is not far off. We'll be leveraging this data to program great experiences at home, helping us each to live our best life.
Consumers are also an important driver as you're defining your offering and looking throughout the delivery and engagement process. Single-family rentals is just one growing trend. There will be a greater variety of housing types to meet our lifestyle needs and financial situations. Greater value per square foot, shared amenities through multi-gen living, and more robust communities. And as Dennis had mentioned, the ability to offset costs through rentals, Airbnb, and shared investments will improve attainability for all. Post-coronavirus, the necessity to work and learn at home will become more of a desire. The number of people working from home at least part of the time will increase by 25%, and full-time work from home will go from about 5% of the population to 10% having the ability to do so. High-speed internet will become the fifth utility with immediate access when people move in. We're already seeing a number of developers actually creating that capability within their own organizations to better serve their customers. Consumers will also expect health and wellness to be integrated into their homes and communities in the way that energy efficiency is today. With concerns over respiratory illness and infections, indoor air quality will be more important and a better differentiator than ever before. Having spent so much time at home, there will be a greater appreciation for how lighting impacts health and mental well-being. And the most successful communities will actually integrate a dynamic portfolio of housing types with quality of life services that improve health and reduce stress, such as fitness, childcare, and basic medical services. Housing providers will also continue to leverage technology to drive home configuration, selection, sales and rentals, and ongoing management, providing greater convenience and value. Both low-tech approaches like Zoom and FaceTime meetings and high-tech options like virtual reality tours, interactive home maps, and robot-led model home tours will become more commonplace in both builders and development communities.
Let's jump into home delivery and look at the people, process, and technology that enable it. We'll see more industrialized construction through M&A activity and strategic partnerships. Production builders, building product manufacturers, and distributors will join forces with off-site manufacturing experts. We'll see increasingly sophisticated prefabricated solutions. Builders will move up the chain to component design and manufacturing, and we'll see off-site producers explore opportunities to manufacture key products. Labor challenges will likely be accelerated by the pandemic. There will be an increased sensitivity to the number of personal interactions and coordination required to deliver a home. More and more super trades will emerge, and we will redefine the jobs to be done on site and at the factory. Contextualizing workforce development will remain critical for the industry to advance. And we're expecting disruption in the supply chain. Distributors will accelerate exploration and experimentation with high added value offerings. More and more of the home will be built in factories utilizing robotics and automation, directly impacting the building products we use. And pressure against margin stack and competitive positioning will increase direct buyer-seller transactions. We'll see more transparent relationships and organizations openly collaborate to survive and thrive. One thing we've learned recently is that we're in this together. We have to look outside our organization and across the ecosystem to see how we can help each other out. New operating models and collaborative frameworks to share risk and reward will reduce inefficiencies and drive standardization for improved project delivery. We're all revisiting the technology roadmaps we developed then delayed. The current operating environment is accelerating the need for digital tools and opening our minds to new ways of working. We see this through more aggressive BIM adoption, virtual training on best practices in deploying new building systems, and digital inspections for quality assurance and code compliance.
So with the commonalities, you've heard of these points really in all of the areas that we discussed, in business models, in consumers, and in home delivery, but we thought it was really important to capture them together and reinforce them as the screens that we all need to be applying moving forward as we develop our strategic plans. So if anything resonated with you today, if you want to discuss any of this more, there are going to be a bunch of people online with us next week doing a one-day event on Wednesday from 10 Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern called our Housing Innovation Staycation. Hope you can make it there, but you won't just be getting insights from Dennis and myself. And things that you may have had a chance to hear from Craig Collin a couple of days ago. But you will also hear from another 25 experts in the field, all sharing, you know, as we said, all of us are smarter than any one of us, all sharing their own ideas. And then you as an attendee can, you know, type in questions, you can participate in discussions, and also bring your ideas to the table, because all of us are going to create innovation and through collaboration better than any one of us will individually, just sitting at home in our office. So hope to see you guys online next week, and be sure to check that out.
All right, well, thanks for your time, everyone. We hope that we gave you some food for thought, and we'll be excited to have you join us next week at our virtual conference. Till then.
Thanks.